Like starting now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll trim it. I'll trim it in. I can trim it in the tri-cast.
Just so you don't like it.
Yes. Yeah. Don't want. Okay, hey, Zach.
Last call. We are moments away from kicking off the 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships.
Word.
I need all Class 4 finalists to be at the back of the dock and ready to go, please. Class 4, you should be ready to rock and roll. We are moments away from kicking off the 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships here in Dubuque, Iowa.
I'll trim it in. I can trim it in the tri-cast.
Just so you know, lights are going to change.
Yes.
Except for class 1.
Yeah. Don't want. Okay, hey, Zach. Word. Like starting now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll trim it. I'll trim it in. I can trim it in the tri-cast.
Just so you know, lights are going to change.
Yes. Yeah. Don't want. Okay, hey, Zach. Word. Like starting now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll trim it. I'll trim it in. I can trim it in the tri-cast.
Clear comms, please. Clear comms?
Yes.
Except for class 1, I also give them big.
Yeah. Don't want. Okay, hey, Zach. Word. Like starting.
How's everybody doing out there, though? You guys excited? Love it.
Check, check.
All right, hello and welcome to 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships. A lot of races, a lot of things happening here for the last 3 days. Teams nose to nose, lane by lane, doggy drag racing to find out our winners. Class 4, Class 3, Class 2, and 1. They are going nose to nose. The winner matters on this one. The first one of the bumper, the one that's going to be taking home the win on each race. We got our 3-foot starting box on the dock. You guys can see the line at 20 feet and 23. That's our queuing box for each team. There's 20 feet on the dock and 38 feet in the water. The team has to run down from each lane 20 feet to the end and jump as far as they can into the pool. The bigger the jump, the harder the swim, the faster, the better the score. Each team competing, there's going to be a winner, lane 1 or lane 2, as we go down through our Dueling Dogs competition right here. It's all about the reaction time, folks. There are lasers on the 20-foot mark to acquire a reaction time. How fast does the team react to the green light? Our lights are going to go from red, 3-second delay, yellow, another 3-second delay to green. As green hits, we release these teams acquiring our reaction time, reacting to the green light. They swim down, pulling the bumper off to give us a retrieval time. The first of the bumper will be the winner, and that's the team moving on. All of our Class 4 finalists should be lined up and ready to rock and roll here for our first edition of Dueling Dogs here at the 2025 DockDogs Dueling Dogs World Championships here in Dubuque, Iowa. And welcoming up to our Dueling Dogs dock and competition, Juan Ramos, our dock referee. And in lane number 1, our first duel here in Class 4 finals, coming out of Knoxville, Maryland. This is Harper, the 5.5-year-old mixed breed, handled by Catherine Litherland. Class 4 finals right here. Class 4, as we're making our way back into the box here in lane number 1, lane 2, Leslie Cochran-Tim out of Greenback, Tennessee, and Barkley, a 5-year-old golden retriever. Getting a splash at the end of the pool here by Tristan Martin. Both teams are going to make their way back to the box as a safety assessment is being done by Ron Ramos. We're going to clear our leads, and this is our first official duel of the 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships here at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa. The lights are hot. It's the first seed against the 16th seed. We're off in lane number 1, swimming down to get the bumper. Get it, get it, get it. The 1 seed false starting here in our Dueling Dogs competition. False start in lane number 1 by a .055, Catherine and Harper. Lane 2, Leslie and Barkley with a reaction time of .111 and a swim time of 11.050. Your team moving on, Leslie and Barkley. Let's take a look at the replay here as the teams are making their way up onto the dock. And moving into duel number 2. As we look at the replay, you see the whole shot there as the team in lane number 1 getting it out in front. A little hesitation in lane 2. That's going to be the difference on the race there. Lane number 1 coming up here, Susan Strathan out of Morristown, Tennessee, and Jackson, the 1-year-old German short-haired pointer. They're back in the box and ready. Let's move on to lane 2, Jennifer Anderson out of Wisner, Nebraska, and Squirrel. Another 1-year-old pup, like in age here, guys. As we have 2 breeds of canines coming at you, guys. A German short-haired pointer in lane number 1 and a yellow lab in lane number 2. They're making their way back to the box here as the teams are getting lined up. Juan Ramos, safety assessment being done. Dueling Dogs, next duel, Class 4. The lights are hot. 3 seconds to green. And we are off. Nose to nose, we're getting some looking from lane 2. It's incredible. Lane number 1, tugging the bumper down right there. Reaction time in lane number 1 for Susan Strathan and Jackson with a .569. Reaction time in lane number 2, a .627 for Jennifer and Squirrel. Swim time, your winner Jackson with a 7.954. And in lane 2, Squirrel, 8.235. Moving on, Jackson with a 7.954. You see the replay here. You have lane 2 looking over as he's in the water. And that was the difference on that race. Looking over, really stopping lane 2 on the swim time there. Well, let's move on to duel number 3 here in Class 4 finals. The 5th seed versus the 12th. Brian Landers out of Purcell, Oklahoma, and Burke. 7-year-old yellow lab from Oklahoma Thunder dock diving. And in lane number 2, we're going to bring up Brenna Zill out of Clinton, Maryland, and Brewski. Brennan and Brewski, the 3.5-year-old Parson Russell Terrier versus the yellow lab here in lane number 1. Little dog versus big dog. Oklahoma Thunder, Brian Landers in lane number 1. I hear the energy in the crowd here at the Five Flags Center, shaking the roof as we are lined up and ready to go. There's the high side. We're hot. 3 seconds to green. And we are off. Holy smokes. The reaction time's here. Reaction time in lane number 1. Listen to the reaction times, guys. It's all about the reaction times. The faster out of the box, the better the race is going to be. Reaction time in lane number 1, Burke going to be at .064 for Brian Landers and Burke. Brennan and Zill. Brewski coming in .080 reaction time. Swim time for Burke, 8.258. And a swim time for Brewski, your winner, 8.134. As the replay is happening now, you guys can see the tug, Brewski hitting the side of the bumper and detaching the magnets here for Dueling Dogs and acquiring our swim times. Your winner, lane number 2. Class 4 finals. Let's move into our next duel right here. It's going to be seed number 4 versus seed 13. As we're in Class 4, let's bring up Amanda Beard from Delmarva DockDogs. And Piper, the 8.5-year-old Black Lab. We'll go ahead and bring lane 1 down for a resplash, please. We'll bring lane 1 back down for a resplash. Here we go, resetting in the box, Delmarva DockDogs. Amanda Beard out of Clayton, Delaware, and Piper getting a splash on the bumper. Let's bring up lane number 2, Sydney Cole out of Gray, Maine, and Ozzy. 5-year-old English Springer Spaniel. Hit a good splash on the bumper here. Remember, 38 feet in the water, folks. From the end of the dock to the bumper is exactly 38 feet. 20 feet on the dock. The faster the reaction time, the faster, the harder they push on that dock for the 20 feet on the green AstroTurf is the difference here in Dueling Dogs. There's the high side from Juan Ramos. We are going hot for Class 4 finals. Oh, back to back, hitting it hard there. A bigger jump out of lane number 1, gonna make the difference here. Reaction time in lane number 1, a 5.58 for Amanda Beard and Piper. And in lane number 2, a .530 for Sydney Cole and Ozzy. Swim time, Ozzy, 8.699. Your winner, Piper, 7.780. Moving down to our next duel here in Class 4 finals. It's going to be Diaz McDaniel out of Midland, North Carolina, and Oliver, 6.5-year-old Golden Retriever. And in lane number 1, Jasmine King out of Fort Collins, Colorado, and Gemma, the 10-year-old Black Lab. Lane 2, Jasmine. Lane 1, Diaz. All right, there's the yes. We are ready to roll. The lights are coming on. Oliver's off with the jump first, but lane 2 pushing forward, nose to nose. Oh my goodness. The outcome of this race, unbelievable. Diaz and Oliver with a reaction time of .536. Lane 2, Jasmine King and Gemma with a .651. Swim time, Gemma, 9.400. And your winner, Diaz and Oliver, with a 9.08. All right, here we go, Class 4 finals as we're taking a peek at the replay. Look at the jump right there. Oliver had the jump, the leap forward there, making a difference here in the race and digging hard in the water. It was all about the jump on that one, able to get out there a little bit further. All right, let's move on to our next duel, Class 4 finals. Coming up, Juan's giving the high side to move things right along here. Colette out of Big Harbor, Washington, and Hoover. And in lane number 2, we have a Chocolate Lab. Lorraine out of Redmond, Washington, and Bella. Battle of Washington State right here. Both teams from Washington. So remember our 3-foot starting box here in Dueling Dogs. Each team is different, each dog a little bit faster or a little bit slower. So it all depends on the team knowing their pup. They got to know where to place that dog in that 3-foot starting box. Moving them back, the count, keeping them back from that 20-foot line. They don't want a false start, especially not in finals. False starting in finals could get them eliminated, and it's all about the count. You have your red, your yellow, your green. You got to have the 3-second count in between and be right on the money to get that perfect reaction. There's the mark. The lights are hot. Lane 1, Hoover. Lane 2, Bella. Lane 1's reaction time being the difference here in the race. A reaction time in lane 2, Lorraine and Bella with a .611. Swim time, 8.641. Lane 1, Colette and Hoover. The reaction time, the complete difference here, folks. .086 and a swim time of 7.631. If you guys watch the replay here, you're going to see as these teams come out of the box right there, lane 1, much crisper, further out on the green, getting the faster reaction time, and that made the difference on that race. All right, we're going to move down to our next duel. Coming at you guys right here in lane number 1, Lee Pridemore out of Louisville, Kentucky, and Dean. 4.5-year-old Australian cattle dog making their way towards the end of the dock. Lee Pridemore marking the bumper, Dean seeing it. She's going to make her way back to the starting box. Let's bring up now Lindsay Boersma out of Bloomington, Indiana, and Lidstrom, the 7-year-old Yellow Lab. They're making their way to that starting box. If you guys pay attention to the different positions they place their dogs in the box. Some teams favor the back of the box, some teams favor the front. It's all about where you place the dog, that count. There's the high side from Juan. And a false start in lane 2. Lindsay Boersma and Lindstrom. Ooh, false start by a .006. Lane 1, Lee Pridemore and Dean with a .159. Swim time, 7.439. We're going to hold the dock for an interview. Lee Pridemore.
We roll in from Louisville, Kentucky. This is our 6th year competing at Worlds. It's Dean's 4th time here. I really like how much my dogs enjoy it. Like, even my little bitty guy is all about playing the game. They get really amped up. They're very happy to be here. And the people that support my dogs and cheer me on and have my back for any situation has just been phenomenal and overwhelming at some times. And yeah, I think the people and the dogs, and it's a whole shebang kind of thing.
All right back into it. Class 4 finals, guys. This is amazing. One of my favorite parts. Dueling Dogs, Duel USA here at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa. We're going hot right now, bringing up top side here in lane number 1. Amy and Seeker. Coming out of Missouri, the German Shepherd dog, 3.5-year-old pup. Fired up, pizzazzed, and ready to go. Let's bring up lane number 2 now. Mariah Anderson out of Windsor, Nebraska, and Rooster, the 4-year-old Chocolate Lab. This is the last race here of round of 16, and then we'll be moving on to our quarterfinals. Every team that you guys have seen that wasn't able to get to the bumper has been eliminated. Clean reaction times out of both teams here. Seeker tearing the bumper down, your winner, lane number 1. A reaction time in lane 2, Mariah Anderson and Rooster with a .550. Swim time, 9.166. Lane 1, Amy and Seeker with a swim time of 8.139 and a reaction time of .613. Your winner, Amy and Seeker. We are now down to our quarterfinals, folks. This is how it is, the bracket racing here in Dueling Dogs. The winner moves on. Quarterfinals, our first duel up, going to be Leslie and Barkley versus Susan and Jackson. Here in lane number 1, Leslie and Barkley. Making their way down. Come on, Barkley. They're down at the end, getting them fired up. Little shakes of excitement as we're getting a splash on the bumper. Lane number 2 making their way forth here up the stairs, Susan and Jackson. Getting a splash on the bumper here for lane number 2. All right, that is okay. We have not started the lights yet. She's going to need to remain control here of the pup. Make her way back. She's got it. She's back in the box here. Dogs are super fired up and ready to go. Got to maintain control here. There's the high side. We're going hot. Here we're off. Clean reaction out of both teams. Oh, we got a spin around in lane number 2. Unfortunate turn of events here for Dueling Dogs, but we're back on track. Let's cheer them on anyways. Let's get a grab right here and finish on a good note. Unfortunate turn of events there for lane number 2, Susan Strahan and Jackson with a turnaround in the pool. That's going to be the difference in the race here. Susan Jackson, reaction .480 and a swim time of 15.116. Your winner, Leslie and Barkley with a .444 and swim time 9.107. All right, we are going to check things out here for the Dueling Dogs competition, folks. You can see it right here, one of the top-notch aquatic canine competitions in the world here at the Five Flags Center. We've been here for many years, sponsored by Native Pet Foods. We're glad to have you guys here with us as we're racing canines. Run hard, jump far, and swim fast. 20 feet on the dock and 38 feet in the water. It's all about the reaction in the jump. The further the team will jump, the better they have the jump shot on that swim, on that run. They got to get to that bumper. They got to tug it down. The time doesn't stop until both strings come off of the apparatus at the end. All right, we're going into our next duel, Class 4 finals. We're in quarterfinals here for Class 4. We're going to bring up Brennan and Brewski. How about it for Brewski, guys? Check this pup out. Lapdog here in lane number 1. Little lapdog Brewski. Fired up and ready to go here for Dueling Dogs. And in lane number 2, coming at you hot, Amanda Beard and Piper from Delmarva DockDogs. Duel USA. What a great place to be here in Dubuque, Iowa. Travel to Dubuque at the Five Flags Center. We're all having a great time here. Lots of competition out through the weekend. And we are down to the nitty-gritty for Dueling Dogs here. Lots of qualifying rounds have happened to get to this position. And we're going to crown some champions. There's the high side. Brewski with a huge leap into the pool. Oh my goodness. Reaction time. Brennan and Brewski with a .521. Swim time for Brewski, 8.544. Lane number 2, your winner from Delmarva DockDogs, Amanda Beard and Piper. Swim time, 7.697. Reaction time, .591. Look at the replay on this one. Lane 1 had the jump first out into the pool. But lane 2 able to transition better, get the swim better, dig down, put their head down, pull to the bumper, and watch the pull here. Snatch. Both coming off. Brewski grabbing the left side of the bumper there. That's going to be the difference in that race. Moving on, Class 4 finals. Here we go, Diaz and Oliver. Their first year ever competing in Dueling Dogs right here, and they are in finals at Worlds. Here they are. Oliver getting a mark on the bumper. And in lane number 2, Colette and Hoover. Colette out of Gig Harbor, Washington. Hoover, the 6-year-old black lab. This team out of Midland, North Carolina, Diaz and Oliver. 6-year-old golden retriever. They're making their way back to the box here. Clear in the leads. The energy is electrifying on the dock. I know Juan Ramos from DockDogs Worldwide feels it right now as the teams are electrified. Here's we're in the starting box. Waiting for the high side. We're red. And green means go. A good start off the box here by both teams. Lane 2 with the whole shot here. Colette coming out of the box with a reaction time of .065 right here in finals. Incredible. Hoover, swim time 8.028. Diaz and Oliver, reaction time of 1.62 and a swim time of 9.430. Your winner, Colette and Hoover, 8.028. Check out the replay on this one, folks. Remember, the reaction time. It's all about the reaction time. Lane 2 with that .065. You see how they pushed out of the box first, getting the energy up, smooth transition into the water, making the difference in the race there. Your winner, Hoover. And moving down to our next duel for Dueling Dogs World Championships here. Class 4. Coming up in lane number 1, Lee Pridemore and Dean out of Louisville, Kentucky. Australian cattle dog making their way towards the end here. Letting that pup say, hey, bud, you get ice cream and steak tonight if you get that bumper first. And in lane number 2, this is Amy out of Missouri, and Seeker, the 3.5-year-old German Shepherd. It's the Australian cattle dog versus the German Shepherd. Remember, any size, any breed can compete here in the sport. Dueling Dogs and DockDogs, any dog. And it's all about the class. Class 4, 3, 2, and 1. Class 4 starting with here. As we're getting ready in the box here, Seeker a little fired up. Amy working on getting the release here for Seeker. The energy, I'm telling you, electrifying. Seeker. Duel USA, 38 feet to the bumper from the end of the dock in the water. A 2-foot drop from the green AstroTurf to the surface of the water. And remember, these dogs cannot get to each other. It is completely divided here for Dueling Dogs. It is the only aquatic canine competition in the world to bring 2 dogs up at once and race them nose to nose. Teams working on getting a release here. We're going to run it. We got the high side. Our dock ref setting it. We're going to send this one. Class 4 final. Seeker's off. And we're going. Get it, get it, get it. Dean pulling out there into the pool. Lee Pridemore and Dean taking the lead here for Class 4. Reaction time in lane number 1, Lee Pridemore and Dean with a .691. Swim time, 8.097. Amy and Seeker, a .657. Swim time, 8.659. Your winner there, Lee Pridemore and Dean. The replay on this one, both almost launching at the same time. Lane 1 had a little more hole shot off the end. And definitely pushing forward. Dean was able to tuck that head down, swim, dig pretty hard, and pull that bumper off for the win here. Class 4 finals. And now semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 4 canines here at the Five Flags Center in Dubuque, Iowa. It's the 16th seed against the 4th seed here. Dueling Dogs, Duel USA. Let's bring up lane number 1, Leslie and Barkley. This is the 16th seed. She's having a run right here, guys. Dueling Dogs doing a fantastic job here in finals. Keep it up. You're doing great. And in lane number 2, Amanda Piper. Lane 1, whispering those sweet nothings into the ear of the canine, letting them know ice cream for dinner tonight. This is going to be close, guys. As we get down to the semifinals, it gets a little quicker, nose to nose. We're going to be launching the same off the end. Oh, taking off first there in lane number 2. Look at him go. Pushing the lights on the teams here. Coming down to the reaction time, folks. Leslie Barkley with a .732. Piper with a .528. Swim time in lane number 1 for Barkley, 9.445, and the difference in the reaction time makes it right here, 8.116 for Piper. Your winner, lane number 2, Piper. You can see it in the replay here. Definitely see the jump forward further in lane number 2 for Piper, trimming that reaction time off, pulling the bumper nice there. Your winner, lane 2. Your team moving on to the final is going to be Amanda and Piper. We're going to find out right now who Amanda and Piper are facing here for our final round. It's between Colette and Hoover and Lee and Dean. Let's find out right now together with you folks out there watching all over the world at the Five Flags Center here in Dubuque, Iowa. Lane number 1, Colette and Hoover. And lane number 2 coming up topside, Lee Pridemore and Dean. Colette had a smoking hot reaction time last time. Let's see if she can pull it off here in our final rounds. Again, hopefully all you folks watching at home, tuning in, got some popcorn on the couch, watching all these fluffy friends shooting into the pool, swimming down to the end. It's great, guys. Dueling Dogs. We travel all over the world to bring you guys this high-flying canine sport. Hopefully you, sitting at home on your couch with your dog, can join us one day. There's the high sign from Juan Ramos. We're yellow. Oh, Dean in lane number 2. Oh my goodness. Lane number 1 trying everything they could to dig and get that bumper. But Dean just a little bit faster into the water. A really good transition from dock to pool. Reaction time for Colette and Hoover going to be a .252. Swim time, Hoover 7.978. Lee Pridemore and Dean with reaction time of .389 and a swim time of 7.725. You see Dean, how he's tucking his head down, digging so hard. That's the difference in this one. Not necessarily the reaction time, but how Dean was able to transition into the water, really put his head down, and storm towards that bumper. He was able to get it done. Moving on, Lee Pridemore and Dean. Ladies and gentlemen watching at home and here in the Five Flags Center, we are down to our last 2 dogs here in Class 4 finals. We are crowning a champion right after this duel, folks. It's time to get excited. 2 canines remaining from 6 qualifying duels. Here in the finals, also in Class 4, only 2 remain. Let's give it up and bring up topside Amy and Piper in lane number 1. From Delmarva DockDogs, Amanda Beard and Piper. That is Amanda and Piper in lane number 1 from Delmarva DockDogs. And in lane number 2, Lee Pridemore and Dean. 2 smoking fast teams right here, folks. It comes down to this right here, Class 4 finals. It is going to be nose to nose. The transitions hopefully alike. And remember, the reaction time, the faster out of the box, the better the transition, the further the jump. For Class 4, we're crowning a champion right after this. Who is going to win the 2025 Dueling Dog World Championships? We're about to find out right now. We are yellow. Dean with the whole shot in the water. Piper digging hard. Oh! Incredible. As I'm feeling the energy up here, I'm getting excited, guys. I'm coming over the mic hot here as we are watching the finals here. Amanda in tears on the dock right here as she is your winner for the 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships Class 4 Finals. Let me hear it for Amanda Beard and Piper. A reaction time, 0.518, and a swim time of 7.880. We're going to go down to the floor, guys, here in just a hot second for a few words from our winner. Somebody give her a tissue to dry up some of those tears, because I know she's excited. Tell them over DockDogs, your winner right there, Amanda and Piper. Let's go down to the floor right now. Yes. To Timothy Lake and our winner of Class 4 Finals.
I'm here with our winner for our Class 4 Finals. Congratulations, you are the Class 4 Dueling Dogs World Champion. Tell me about the journey that got you here. How was your season leading up to the World Championships? It was a long journey. Tell me how you got here.
We actually started our very first duel at NRA in February, and we were hooked, and we've been dueling all summer. We earned our invite from NRA, and here we are.
You came into this championship as the number 4 seed. The times were super close in the qualifiers. You made it to the Class 4 Finals. Did you have any expectations coming into the finals?
No, I really expected to be out in the first round.
That's so funny. Now, tell me, you're going into the box. It's your final duel. What's going through your head?
Just play it safe. I don't like to play the lights.
Well, you know what? The reaction times were super close, and it actually helped make the difference. So, awesome job on you, and I now get to present you the Class 4 trophy. You are now the Class 4 World Champion. And we're going to throw it up back to you in the booth. Thomas Platz in the Native Broadcast booth. Thomas.
Here we are from the Native Broadcast booth here at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa. We are going into our next division, our next class of winners here from qualifying rounds in racing. Class 3, folks. It's going to get a little faster, a little more stepped up, a little more speed in the pool, a little bigger jumps, and it's getting a little more hot here for Dueling Dogs. All of our Class 3 finalists should be ready and at the back and ready to boogie. Let's move up to our first dog here, your number 1 seed. Just learning Dueling Dogs at the Neptune Festival in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is their first year dueling, guys, and they're in finals. Their first month dueling right here. Kiwi, the 3.5-year-old yellow lab, and Candy 6. And lane number 2, your 16th seed here, Mary Beth Shrod out of Black Hawk, Colorado, and Cash, the 5-year-old Border Collie. It's a yellow lab versus a Border Collie here for this race. Our first duel here in Class 3 finals. Remember, a little quicker, a little further, a little faster. And a little more energy. There's the high side. And we are off right there into the pool, and we are nose to nose already for Dueling Dogs. Holy smokes, folks. You watching at home here in the Five Flags Center, this is one of the closest duels we've had here in the competition this far. Reaction time for Candy 6 and Kiwi, a .544. Mary and Cash with a .497. And Cash coming in 7.463. Your winner moving on here in that duel, Candy 6 and Kiwi with a 7.257. All right, we're going to take a slight pause in the action here to get a competitor spotlight here.
Well, I travel with my mom. She's 83 now. She also does DockDogs. But we enjoy traveling and visiting all our friends across the country, both the U.S. and Canada. It's a lot of fun. It's time that I get to spend with my mom. We go on long road trips. We're not strangers to doing 12-hour road trips to jump our dogs in some pools. We started dock diving in 2010, and we've met
probably hundreds of people along the way that we call family now.
Right there, folks, Cheryl McIntyre out of Ontario coming up on the dock right now. Maple, your 3-year-old chocolate lab. Representing Canada here in lane number 1. We're going to move into lane number 2 now with James Ross out of Storrs, Connecticut in Bear. This is just about a 4.5-year-old golden retriever here in lane number 2. The chocolate lab versus the golden retriever. Canada versus Connecticut. We've got the high side from our dock referee, Juan Ramos. Lights are hot. Ooh, the whole shot in lane number 2, but lane 1 digging forward. Oh, wow. Can't believe my eyes right here for the Dueling Dogs World Championships 2025 Class 3. Incredible way to dig in the pool there for lane number 1. They were able to dig, and get it done. Reaction time, Cheryl and Maple, 0.604. Reaction time for James and Bear, 0.518. Swim time, your winner, Maple, with an 8.316. And in lane number 2, James and Bear with an 8.443. Your winner moving on there, Cheryl McIntyre and Maple. Way to dig in the pool, push forward there, the replay. Oh, so close. Your team from Canada representing their lane 1, taking the win. Well, let's move down to our next duel here. It's going to be your 5th seed against your 12th seed. Here in lane number 1, Sean Hammond and Uma Zuma's got the zoomies. As the crowd is electrified here at the Five Flags Center, the roof is shaking. We're going to bring up lane number 2, Andrew, Zach, and Josie. This team right here coming out of Fargo, North Dakota. 6-year-old black lab here in lane number 2. And a chocolate Labrador in lane number 1. The battle of the labs right here. Zuma versus Josie. Teams are back in the box right here. Roughly set up around the same spot just behind the 20-foot mark. The high side has been given. Ooh, taking, oh, Zuma with a huge leap into the pool, lane number 1. Wow. The difference here in this race, the reaction time in lane number 2 was better, but the jump in lane number 1, huge, able to push out there in front of lane number 2, making the difference here. Sean Hammond and Zuma, 0.406. Reaction time, Andrew and Josie, a 0.117. The reaction time, totally different there. But still, the jump made the difference on that one. Sean Hammond and Zuma, your winners, 7.069. Moving on, Sean Hammond and Zuma. Swim time for Andrew and Josie, 7.656. The replay, incredible on that one. Nice high five on the dock. That's what we love here, as we are the community of Dock Dogs, showing the love to each one of our competitors on the dock here. It's great. All right, Dueling Dogs, we're well into our Class 3 finals. Let's move on to our next team. In lane number 1, your 4th seed coming at you, Mary Beth Sanchez and Chica. And in lane number 2, coming up hot here, Megan Townsend and Ragnar. Ranger. This is actually Ranger here in lane number 2. Lane 1, Chica. Lane 2, Ranger. Both in the box here, quite far back in the box. I love it. Being conservative here, we don't want a false start in finals. Pulling out of the box right there. And we are nose to nose again. A look over from lane 2. Oh, Unfortunate right there. You guys see the look over, especially pay attention to the replay right here. It's one of the awful dreads that you know here in Dueling Dogs. When you see the look over in the lane, you know that it's going to negatively impact the run score here for each team. Swim time and reaction times in lane number 1, Mary and Chica with a .367. Swim time 7.771. And in lane number 2, Megan and Ranger with a no score. No swim time, but a reaction time of .499. Lane 2 said, hey, bud. Lane 1, you're a little too fast. We're going to have to run this back. All right, we're going to move on to our next one here in Class 3 finals. This is Aminda and Tansy. Coming out of Minot, North Dakota. Longtime competitor here in the sport, very seasoned in the competition. 3.5-year-old golden retriever there in lane 1. She's making her way back, clearing the lead. Let's bring up Trisha Zyberth out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, in downtown Henry. Henry, the 7.5-year-old golden doodle. One of your top-notch golden doodles in our DockDogs and Dueling Dogs competitions all over the world. Downtown Henry here, eyeing up his competition here in lane number 1. One of my favorite things here in Dueling Dogs. He's kind of looking over at his competition here in lane 1, saying, hey, bud. As the hush falls over the crowd, the lights are on. Green means go. Henry with a huge jump midway out into the pool, cleaning up that race here. Reaction time in lane number 1 for Aminda and Tansy going to be a .554. Swim time 12.496. Year winner moving on, Trisha Zybarth in downtown Henry with a .592. Swim time 7.562. Your winner, downtown Henry. Watch the replay, folks. Henry digging out of the box with a huge leap, a tail whip on the back. Incredible, guys. That golden doodle, one of the top-notch golden doodles in the world right there here for the aquatic canine competition, making it look easy here in Dueling Dogs. Great job by both teams. Class 3 finals. Let's move into our next duel here. Class 3 finals. Lane number 1, Colette and Lola. This team right here making it into 2 different classes with 2 different dogs. She is on fire this weekend with her other pup right here, Lola. She's had some smoking hot reaction times as well. Well, let's bring up lane 2 now. Mattia and Kendall, DockDogs Italia right here. First time having DockDogs Italia in the Dueling Dog finals right here at the World Championships. Mattia and Kendall in lane number 2. Lane number 1, Colette and Lola. As the teams are getting ready, there's the high side. Here we are nose to nose. Bye, 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 bye. Reaction time in lane number 1, a .371. Swim time 7.420. And in lane number 2, Mattia and Kendall with a reaction time of .439. Swim time 8.028. Year winner moving on, Colette and Lola. There's the replay. Look at him digging. Incredible. Wonderful high five on the dock. You'll love to see it. All right, let's move on to the next duel to Shauna in lane number 1. And Leapin' Lily. To Shauna Ward out of Evansville, Indiana. Leapin' Lily. Approaching 2 years old here for the Chocolate Lab. All right, coming out of Bismarck, North Dakota, Mandy L. and Coda, the 5-year-old Yellow Lab. It's the Chocolate Lab versus the Yellow Lab here for Dueling Dogs World Championships 2025. Remember, folks, any dog can be a part of this competition. I highly encourage you to check out our website, DockDogs.com, and find out how you can become a DockDogs competitor. If you guys are watching at home and you got a dog that loves water and a high toy drive, you can do this. Leapin' Lily, lane number 1. Coda, lane 2. And we are hot. The hush falls over the crowd as the lights are on. Nose to nose again. We're super close on this one. Wow. The tug making the difference on that one. It's all about as well tugging the bumper. Remember the reaction time, the jump, and the tug at the end of the pool. All about tugging that bumper. The faster the team can tug the bumper, the better swim time they're going to get. Tishana, Leapin' Lily with a reaction of .376. Swim time 7.231. And in lane number 2, Mandy and Coda with a .480. Swim time 7.414. As we look at the replay here, wow, lane 2 definitely pushing out a little further into the pool. Watch the tug on this one. You're going to notice the difference between the tugs in lane 1 and lane 2. Snatch, really pulling it down. Amazing job by both teams there. Super close race. Taking the lead on that one was going to be Tishana Ward and Leapin' Lily. Sliding into our next duel. Next duel coming up here in lane number 1, Amber King and Goose. Long-time dueling dog competitors right here in a staple in the DockDogs community. They are in lane number 1. Lane 2 coming at you. Adrian Oatman and Stormy. Stormy's making his way. Here he is, Stormy. Getting a mark on the bumper. Chocolate versus a Black Lab here in this competition. Teams are making their way back. We got lightning bolts on the Superfly Speedo over there on dock number 1. Superfly swimsuits. Definite hole shot on there, lane number 1. Definitely coming down to the reaction time as well on this one. Amber King and Goose with a reaction of 2:07. Adrian and Stormy with a reaction of 5:78. Swim time, your winner, Goose, with a 7.317. Lane number 2, Adrian and Stormy, 8.344. As we take a look at the replay here, you can see the definite push out into the pool there from lane number 1. Incredible. A nice little peek over on the eyes. That's my favorite part in Dueling Dogs, when the other team looks over to see where lane 2's at. Both teams making their way off here. What an incredible Dueling Dogs competition we're having here, folks. DockDogs, Dueling Dogs here at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa. We're going to move on to our next duel. Candy, Kiwi. Lane number 1, Candy 6 and Kiwi. This team has only been dueling for over a month. They just started in the competition. They're in our finals at the World Championships. This is crazy. Lane number 2, Cheryl McIntyre and Maple, a seasoned competitor from Ontario, Canada. We got Kiwi the Chicken in lane number 1. Lane number 2, Canada, Ontario, Maple. There's the mark. Clean reactions out of both teams right here. Maple slowing down there as she's getting out of the water, trying to dig hard though. Kiwi able to get out in front here for our duel of Class 3 finals. Candy and Kiwi, Cheryl and Maple. Kiwi coming in, .260 reaction, swim time 7.529. Cheryl McIntyre and Maple with a .183, swim time 8.968. Your winner moving on, Candy 6 and Kiwi. All right, we're going to move on to the next duel, Class 3. We are in our quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen, quarterfinals. Sean Hammond and Uma Zuma's got the zoomies. And in lane number 2, Mary Beth and Chica. Mary Beth and Chica coming out of West Burlington, Iowa right here. Your hometown team out of Iowa, as we're right here in Dubuque, Iowa. Chica. Lane number 1, Sean Hammond and Zuma out of Laurel, Maryland. 7-year-old Chocolate Lab. There's the high side. This is going to be a close one, folks. Get ready. Oh, Sean Hammond able to hold on right there. Incredible job by handler here in lane number 1. I'm very excited about the replay on this one. Sean Hammond able to hold back as team in lane 2. False started by a .049. Lane number 1 reaction time, Sean Hammond and Zuma .184. Swim time, Zuma 6.839. Watch the replay here, folks. This is one of the hardest part in Dueling Dogs. As a team in lane 2, super close on the release there. Sean Hammond trusting his count and able to hang tight and release right when he felt was comfortable and was able to get it done. What an awesome job by both teams right there. Your team moving on, Sean Hammond and Zuma. Dueling Dogs World Championships. We're going to move on to our next pup here in lane number 1. Trisha in downtown Henry, the Golden Doodle. Out of Harrisburg, South Dakota. 7.5-year-old lean, mean, jumping machine, the Golden Doodle, downtown Henry. Lane number 2 coming at you guys here in lane 2, Colette and Lola. Out of Gig Harbor, Washington, our 7-year-old Chocolate. Very excited about this race right here. Both teams mean business. They got great reaction times. Both dogs can jump really far into the pool. This is going to be a duel right here for the history books as we are in our quarter finals. Dueling Dogs Class 3. Ooh, downtown Henry with the big jump. Reaction time in lane number 2, Colette and Lola with a .254. Swim time, Colette and Lola with an 8.011. Your winner, downtown Henry and Trisha. Reaction time, .465. Swim time, 7.796 for downtown Henry. The replay, Henry just so gracefully through the air into the water. He gets those huge leaps, huge pop. He's going to be a really good candidate here for Class 3 finals with that jump. He's able to make a great transition from the dock. He gracefully flies through the air, and as he hits the water, he really turns and burns. So let's see what he can do as we're moving through here. On the dock right now, first in lane number 1, your 7th seed, Tashana Ward out of Evansville, Indiana, and Leapin' Lily, our 2-year-old Chocolate Lab. And in lane number 2, Amber King and Goose. Amber King out of Fort Collins, Colorado, 2-year-old Chocolate Lab. Battle of the Labs right here. Making sure that we're getting a safety assessment done by our dock referee, and leashes will be cleared. Both ready in the box as we are checking things out. There's the high side. Nice reaction times out of both teams here. Almost there with a hanger. The replay is going to be incredible on this one. Tashana and Leapin' Lily, .206 reaction. Swim time, Leapin' Lily, 7.564. Your winner, Amber King and Goose with a reaction time of .254. Swim time, 7.427. The replay on this one, if you guys can see the bumper tug on this, remember, both strings have to come off of the speed apparatus, the Dueling Dogs apparatus. If you see as the teams are making their way down and there's a tug, it was close because one string kind of was still attached as the dog made the transition and turned around, but luckily it was able to fall off and they were able to keep it. Remember, they both got to come off, so it's all about that tug at the end. The harder they tug, the better, the quicker the swim time is going to be. Our semi-final round. We are down to 4 here in Class 3 finals. Coming up in lane number 1, your rookie here in Dueling Dogs, it's Candy 6 and Kiwi. Incredible, guys. The chicken at the end of the dock there, Kiwi. And in lane number 2, Sean and Zuma. This is gonna be a race right here, folks. The Five Flags Center electrified right now. I hear chicken sounds and high fives and positive vibes, people going crazy. We got a ton of Zuma fans, we got a ton of Kiwi fans. Let's make some noise, guys. Let's get them fired up. Here for Class 3 finals. I don't know who's gonna win on this one. It's gonna be so close. And we are moments away from going hot. There's the high side from Juan Ramos. We're red. Yellow, 3 seconds to green. Clean reaction times out of both teams. We're in the water. Kiwi pulling forward. Wow, the reaction times and swim times amazing here for Class 3 finals. Candy 6 and Kiwi going to be a .394. Sean Hammond and Zuma a .523. Swim time for Sean Hammond and Zuma 8.126. And Candy 6 and Kiwi, the team moving on, 7.607. As we take a look at the replay, a little head shake there on lane number 2 for Zuma. Definitely slowing him down a little bit. It's all about the transition as well, folks. That little head shake in the water slowed Zuma down just a little bit. A little water in the ears. All right, let's move on to our next one. Candy and Kiwi, you're moving on to our final round. It's going to be down to these two teams. Who's facing Candy and Kiwi? My goodness, Downtown Henry has made it into the semifinals in our Dueling Dogs Class 3 finals. This is Trisha in Downtown Henry. They are out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, 7.5-year-old golden retriever. Here comes lane 2 coming up right now. Amber King out of Fort Collins, Colorado, and Goose. Golden Doodle versus the Chocolate Lab. The winner of this round going to be facing Candy and Kiwi for the marbles. The crowd is going absolutely berserk here at the Five Flags Center for this race. Downtown Henry, lane 1. Goose in lane 2. Oh my goodness. Wow. Henry pulling back on Henry, looking over at the pup, not able to dig hard enough. Reaction times in lane number 1 for Downtown Henry, a .634. Lane 2, Amber and Goose with a .464. Swim time, Downtown Henry, 7.978. Your winner, moving on, Amber King and Goose with a 7.754. Folks, you tuning in at home and here at the Five Flags Center, we are in Class 3 finals and we are down to 2 dogs. 6 qualifying rounds for 3 days in a row, and now here in the finals, these are your elite teams in Class 3, and they're getting ready to go head-to-head. The chickens in the crowd right now are blowing my mind, guys. I love it. Five Flags Center. Let's get excited. Coming up in lane number 1, Candy 6 and Kiwi. And in lane number 2 here for your final round in Class 3 finals, it's Amber King and Goose. Wow, folks, the Five Flag Center is crazy right now. I love it. So excited for this duel. The first one to the bumper right here is your Class 3 2025 Dueling Dogs Champion. I'm getting goosebumps firing down through my body as the lights are hot. Oh my goodness. Look at them go. Holy smokes! They are up out of their seats here at the Five Flag Center Class 3 Finals. Dueling Dogs. Wow. Reaction time in lane number 1, Candy 6 and Kiwi with a .238. Amber King and Goose. The reaction time making a difference. Goose with a .143. Swim time, Kiwi 7.556. Your winner, Amber King and Goose with a 7.371. Look at the replay on this one. Look at the difference. There was none. Look at them. Transition to water, both side by side. Digging hard. And pulling there on lane number 2. What a close race. Let's go down to my good friend Timothy Lake and the voice of DockDogs Radio for an interview of our winner of Class 3 Finals, Dueling Dogs.
I'm here with our winner, Amber. Tell me, how are you feeling right now? You are the Class 3 World Champion.
I can't even believe it. I didn't think we stood a chance. Goose is just a baby. He's only been doing this for a year. So I've been dueling for 8 years. Goose, this is his first year. I'm so proud.
So that's incredible. You've been dueling for 8 years now. You came in as the number 2 seed. The finals comes down to the 1 and 2 seed. What's going through your head?
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it that far. My nerves had me, but we just played it cool, played the lights. My son won last year, and in my head, I was like, I gotta keep it up for him.
Looking at the replay, took a look around behind you there. We can look at the replay. You had, for someone who says that you're kind of trying to keep your knobs curves, you ran the lights. You had you cut a 1 second, a 0.1 reaction time. That's not playing it easy there. So was that kind of your strategy coming in when you're getting in the box, like, I got to go for broke here?
Yeah, I know my count. I did my count. I released, and you hope for the best.
And it did you well, because now you are the Class 3 World Champion. Outstanding job. Amber and Goose, everyone, your Class 3 World Champion.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to be right back after a word from our supporters.
Back to the action here at the Five Flag Center Dueling Dogs World Championships. Folks, we are in Class 2. Faster, stronger, quicker here in Class 2. The top 16 dogs have been elected from tons of qualifying rounds here at the Five Flag Center, and we have found the top 16. All of our Class 2 finalists, let's get ready to rock and roll. Our first team coming at you guys here, a 5-year-old yellow lab out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Jennifer Bell Kay. In Rogue against Julie out of Federal Way, Washington. In Rogue, it's Rogue versus Rogue here for our first duel of Class 2 finals. Yellow Lab versus Yellow Lab, Rogue versus Rogue. We're not going to know who the crowd's cheering for here at the Five Flags Center as we're getting splashes on the bumper. Remember, Class 2 a little quicker into the pool, so you're going to see some crazy reaction times and swim times here. These dogs are jazzed up on the dock. Oh! Unfortunate turn of events here in our first duel, Dueling Dogs Class 2. That will be a disqualification in lane number 1. And your team automatically moving on there. Here for the first duel, going to be Julie and Rogue. That is okay, folks. Big round of applause for that team right there. It happens to the best of us. Remember, 38 feet in the water, 20 feet on the dock. Our Class 2 finalists going to be stepping it up a bit here in the competition. Run hard, jump far, swim fast. The DockDogs motto. One of the #1 canine aquatic competitions in the world. 40 feet of pool, 20 feet wide, and just about 27,000 gallons of water right there in all four pools that we have here in Dubuque, Iowa. Well, that's going to slide us into our next duel here. Coming up in lane number 1, Katie Preeb and Tucker. Katie Preeb and Tucker right here out of Oakdale, Minnesota. Tucker, the 10-year-old Yellow Lab. Long-time competitor here in lane number 1, and they mean business. Lane 2 coming at you, Garrett Eddick out of Waterford, New York, and Hadley, another long-time competitor. 2 very seasoned competitors here making it into our Class 2 finals. 5-year-old Black Lab in lane number 2, 10-year-old Yellow Lab in lane number 1. Many duels to be had here by these teams, and now it matters. Finals at the World Championships 2025. We are hot. False start in lane number 2. False start. Garrett, Eddick, and Hadley false start by .229, eliminating that team here from Class 2 finals. Lane number 1, your winner moving on, Katie Preeb and Tucker with a reaction time. Nice out of the box right here, .145. Swim time, 6.365. And a nice replay there as we're moving right along here in our Class 2 finals. It's been a crazy start here for Class 2. False start in the DQ. Let's go down to our 5th seed against our 12th seed. Jasmine King and Loki here in lane number 1. And in lane number 2, Jane Robinson and Wrangler. Lane 1, Jasmine King in the box right there out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Loki, almost an 8-year-old chocolate lab, about 7.8 months. Lane 2 making their way 4th here, Jane Robinson. They come from Borrego Springs, California. And Wrangler. Get them staged up in our Dueling Dogs starting box here. Well, there's our high side. We're going hot, Class 2. Lights are hot. Wrangler with the win on that one. Jasmine King and Loki coming in with a reaction time of .632. Swim time for Loki, 7.394. Jane Robinson and Wrangler coming in .477. Swim time, 6.946 here in finals. The replay coming at you right there. You can definitely see lane 2 had the jump distance to make it happen. A nice skid across the water. Great tug. Almost effortless tug off the bumper at the end there. Great job by both teams. We're going into the next duel, Class 2 finals. On lane number 1, Gretchen Hawker, Charlie. Out of Folk Wave Arena, North Carolina. Charlie, our 4-year-old Yellow Lab. Everybody loves Charlie. Team Goober right here. And in lane number 2, coming at you, another awesome team. Robert Hurley out of Concord, North Carolina, and Doc. Both teams fairly the same here in age. A 4-year-old in lane number 1, Charlie, and a 4.5-year-old Doc in lane number 2. So Rent-A-Dog in lane number 2. Robert's been dueling this dog all weekend. He doesn't own it, but he's got the reins here for the Dueling Dogs Championships. Class 2. Charlie's super excited, so Mom, I'm ready to go. Hey, we're off out of the box. Clean reaction time. Charlie with a huge jump. Wow, Charlie. Impressive. Wow. Reaction time in lane 2. Robert Hurley and Doc with a .321. Swim time, lane 2, Doc, 6.386. Lane 1, Gretchen and Charlie. Reaction time, stay up there for a second, .109. Swim time for Charlie, 5.868. A new personal best for Charlie. Incredible right there. Here we are, Dueling Dogs Class 2 Finals. As we go for a view, spotlight view from one of our competitors here.
So I'm competing in Dueling Dogs, Iron Dog, and Big Air. I'm really excited. We made finals this year, again, for the 5th year in a row, and really looking forward to get after it. A lot of strong dogs out there, but I'm really confident in our abilities, and I know Earnhardt can do it. For us, Dubuque is home. It's been the home for the World Championships for over 15 years. Every time we take this drive, it gets easier and easier, and the city is always welcoming us, and when I come home to Dubuque for Worlds, it means a lot.
All right, Tim Lake, the voice of DockDogs Radio, community developer right here, guys. This dude pours his heart and soul into DockDogs, folks, and he's right here in Class 2 Finals. Tim Lake and Ernie Earnhardt. Yes, Ernie right there in lane number 1. Let's bring up lane number 2. Amneris Santiago out of Massachusetts, and Killian, the 3.5-year-old Dutch Shepherd. Here in lane number 1, we have a mixed breed Black Lab and half Malinois. See if a little Malinois can come out here for him in Class 2 Finals. The Dutchie versus the Mal Lab. Tim in lane 1, Amneris in lane 2, Killian lane 2, lane 1 Earnhardt. False start in lane number 1, Timothy Lake and Earnhardt. False start by .064. False start out of the box. Lane number 2, able to hold back here, Amneris Santiago and Killian with a reaction time of .100. Swim time 6.552. Your winner moving on, Amneris and Killian. The replay on this one, you see Ernie just a little too quick out of the box. The energy up there, it's tough, guys. So hard to hold back. Ernie, unfortunately, false start. Killian with the clean release. And your winner, Amneris and Killian. Class 2 Finals. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Coming up in lane number 1, going to be Alan, Boucher, and Bella. Out of Salisbury, Massachusetts. And Bella, 5.5-year-old chocolate lab, another longtime competitor, travels all over the country to compete with this dog. Great companionship, great canine. And Bella really fired up here for the bumper. Lane number 2, Michelle Dudley and Crazy Kane. Pay attention to this bump at the end of the dock, folks. He likes to get spicy. He likes to get fired up. He feels the energy here for Class 2 finals. Bella versus Kane. Kane out of Ellicott City, Maryland. He is a mixed breed here in lane number 2. He's jazzed up and ready to go. There's the high side. They're both fired up. The lights are hot. 3 seconds to green. Oh my goodness, how close. On that duel right there, lane number 2, Michelle Dudley and Kane doing their job out of the box. A .042 reaction time for Michelle and Kane. .043 reaction for Michelle and Kane, and a swim time of 6.851. Lane number 1, Allen and Bella with a reaction of .329. Swim time 6.784. Your winner moving on there, Allen and Bella. In the replay on that one, you can see Bella really digging hard, pushing down on the front paws, digging forward, and able to tug that bumper down for the win here in Class 2 finals. We're down quarterfinals to the last duel. Round 16 we're in. This is Mallory and Tito in lane number 1. We will be moving on to our quarterfinals after this. Tito, the 3.5-year-old Belgian sheepdog, and in lane 2, Mandy and Rip out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Mandy Ellie out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Rip, the 3-year-old yellow lab, says, "Come on, Mom, let's go. I'm ready to boogie, baby." Mandy over here in lane number 2 was also in Class 3 finals. Oh. Unfortunate turn of events here in Class 2, folks. Unable to keep the tight grip on the pup there in lane number 1. That will be a DQ. In lane 1, your team automatically advancing here in the competition. Going to be Mallory and Tito. Rip. Mandy Ellie and Rip. Lane 2 moving on. A DQ for Mallory and Tito. Replay on this one, folks. You see it. The team's making their way back. She's trying hard to grab on and just to slip through. And he pulls off. So excited to get after that bumper. He wanted it so bad. So let's move into our next duel here for Class 2 finals. This is actually the last duel of round 16. Going to be Justin and Wreck-It Ralph. Coming out of Chalk River, Ontario. Team Canada here, Wreck-It Ralph, 4-year-old black lab. Lane number 2. A youth handler coming up here in lane number 2, seed 15, Kelsey Johnston out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And Scarlett, our youth handler, 7 to 15 years of age, able to make it into our Class 2 finals. This is incredible. Let's see, Wreck-It Ralph in lane number 1, Scarlett in lane 2. North Carolina versus Ontario. Wow, look at the release on both teams there, both tearing down towards the end. Wreck-It Ralph with the whole shot there in lane number 1. Reaction time, lane 1, Justin and Wreck-It Ralph with a .556. Swim time, 6.288 for Wreck-It Ralph. Lane 2, Kelsey Johnston and Scarlett. Big round of applause for them, guys. A 6.09. Swim time, 7.087. The replay, watch them tear down the dock, folks. They were nose to nose right on the dock until the jump from Wreck-It Ralph In lane 1, he had just a little more push off the end. Was able to get a little bit further. That made the difference on that race. Nice high five from the competitors, showing the sportsmanship. Love it. Let's move on. Class 2. In lane number 1, coming up top side right here, Julie and Rogue. At a Federal Way, Washington, 6-year-old yellow lab. This is our quarterfinal here in Class 2. And in lane number 2, going to be Katie and Tucker. All right, lane number 1, lane 1. Rogue, lane 2, Tucker. 2 yellow labs in the box here, ready to boogie. Class 2. Both teams ready. There's the high sign by Juan Ramos. We're going hot. Green means go. We're off. Pushing into the pool. Wow, nose to nose. Able to dig forward there on lane number 1. Definitely hitting it. Reaction time 0.471 for Rogue. Swim time 6.760. Katie Preven Tucker with a 0.435. Swim time 7.140. Your winner with a 6.760. Going to be Julian Rogue. The replay on this one, I love it, folks. One of my favorite parts about Dueling Dogs is when they are so close, ear to ear, nose to nose in that water. They both lift off. You see lane 1 pushing forward there. Definitely a transition off the dock into the water, making the difference. They were so close to each other there in the water. Let's move on to our next duel here. Jan and Wrangler and Gretchen and Charlie. Jan and Wrangler coming up in lane number 1. Wrangler out of California here, 4-year-old mixed breed. And lane 2 making their way up top side here for Class 2 Dueling Dog Finals. Gretchen, Hawker, and Charlie with a personal best here at the Dueling Dogs World Championships Class 2 5-second run. Charlie hitting it hard. We got some Charlie fans here in Dubuque, Iowa, as we're going crazy. The lights are on. We're going hot. Charlie with the win right there. Lane 2. Reaction time in lane number 1, Jan and Wrangler with a .296. Swim time 6.576. Lane 2, Gretchen, Hawker, and Charlie with a .127. Swim time 6.184. Loving the replays on this, guys, as you see him right there. Charlie, look at him. Firing so hard off. Lane number 1, really pushing hard, taking a slight peek over. I see that Charlie does mean business here. I love it. And moving in now, Class 2. We're boogieing right along here for our Dueling Dogs World Championships here in Dubuque, Iowa. Crowning our Class 2 champion here momentarily. Top of the dock, Amneris and Killian. He is a Dutch Shepherd here in lane number 1 out of Massachusetts, 3 years old. And in lane number 2, going to be Alan Bosher and Bella. Bella out of Salisbury, Mass. The 5.5-year-old chocolate lab. There's Alan making his way up. We love Bella. She gets so fired up at the end. Her tail's waggling 90 miles an hour. She's barking up, letting everybody know she's here. Look at her, so fired up. Backing it up there into the starting box. Super excited. Alan's going to have to hold on tight here as Bella is fired up. She wants that bumper so bad here for Dueling Dog Finals. Calm, cool, collected there. Green Mountain DockDogs. Amneris in lane number 1. Studying the lights here. Green is off. Wow, hitting the water almost simultaneously there. Whoa, wow. the times here in watching the replay in just a second. Let me give you some reaction times. A .532 from Irneris and Killian. Alan and Bella, a .499. Swim time for Killian, 6.772. Alan, Bella, 6.813. How close of a run. Look at the replay, folks. You're going to be able to see it actually happen in slow time here as the teams hit the water. Pay attention to the bumpers, the strings on the left and on the right as they come disconnected. The pull, the tug. Remember the tug, talking about the bumper pull. The Dutch Shepherd in lane number 1 was able to get the bumper, pull it down harder as the strings became detached. It was a difference in that race. Incredible. All right, here we go. Wow, the energy electric in here. I'm loving it, guys. Dueling Dogs World Championships here in Dubuque, Iowa. Coming up right here out of Bismarck, North Dakota, this is going to be Rip. Rip's a 3-year-old pup. Bismarck, North Dakota, and Mandy Eli. And in lane number 2, we've got a splash on the bumper. She's making her way back to the box. Let's bring up Wreck-It Ralph. I love the name of the K9 right here. Let's Wreck-It Ralph. Come on, baby. Cheering for all my teams here at the Dueling Dogs World Championships. Mandy in lane number 1 right here with Rip. Rip and Wreck right here as we're going hot for Class 2 finals. Both teams clearing their leads. We're in quarterfinals here for Dueling Dogs. The last duel in quarterfinals before we move to semifinal. There's the mark. Wow, the reaction times. Whoa, Wreck-It Ralph, what are you doing, bud? Heat seeker missile right there. That was a shocker for all to see. Incredible reaction time. Mandy Rip going to be a .175. Swim time 6.629. Wreck-It Ralph, the transition, tucking down, swimming hard. Wreck-It Ralph .522. Swim time 6.410. The replay on this one's really going to be crazy. We thought, everybody here at Five Flags, that lane 1 had the whole shot off and in, but Wreck-It Ralph able to just transition. He had a nice slide across the water. You're going to see it here. Boom, he slides hard and pushes forward on that run right there. The dog looked over there in lane number 1. Another negative impact on their run. That look over, it's horrible here in Dueling Dogs when they do that. It definitely impacts the run right there. So a couple of things you could see there in that replay on how Wreck-It Ralph was able to dial in and get it done on that run. Class 2, here we go. Next duel coming up. Going to be Julie and Rogue. We are in our semi-final round. 4 dogs remaining here for Class 2 finals. Lane 1, Julie and Rogue. Julie and Rogue out of Federal Way, Washington. 6-year-old Yellow Lab. Getting that nice splash on the bumper down there. All right, he's barking up. He's fired up, excited. Let's move on to lane number 2 now. Coming up, Gretchen Hawker. Charlie. The crowd going berserk out here for Charlie here in lane number 2. Rogue versus Charlie. Teams cheering on both dogs here as it's getting electric at the Five Flags Center. Look how happy lane number 1 is there, smacking mom with her tail. So excited, so fired up. Just happy to be here. Holding back, Gretchen Hawker and Charlie holding back, able to keep a grip right there. Oh my goodness, incredible, doing a fantastic job here in Class 2 finals. Unfortunate turn of events for lane number 1, Julie and Rowe with a false start by a .161. Gretchen Hawker, Charlie, reaction time, .096. Swim time, 6.111. Watch the replay here. Gretchen able to hold back. Lane number 1 pushing forward. Gretchen keeping a tight grip. Charlie pulling out. You can see the lights alternating back and forth in lane number 1 there, indicating a false start. Charlie pulling the bumper down. Your winner moving on, Gretchen Hawker and Charlie. All right, here we go. The team moving on, Gretchen and Charlie, and we're going to find out who they are going to race right now. 2 teams on the dock. First in lane number 1, Amneris, Santiago, and Killian. The Dutch Shepherd. Competing here out of Massachusetts, Killian, the 3-year-old Dutch Shepherd. From Green Mountain DockDogs, representing. And in lane number 2, coming up topside, Justin and Wreck-It Ralph. Wow, look at these teams on the dock right now, folks. Look at the dogs. They are fired up. They are ready to go. I have no idea. I can't put my money on either lane. I don't know which one's going to take it. This is Class 2 finals. Semi-final. The winner of this round facing Gretchen and Charlie for the marbles. The look of determination in lane number 1, ready and watching the lights. The same in lane 2. They are focused and dialed in. Whoa. So, check this out, folks. Here in our semi-final round, we have to have a winner to face Gretchen and Charlie. So how about a rerun? We're bringing it right back up topside, guys. Double false start. False start in lane number 1, Killian by a .326. Wreck-It Ralph, false start by a .163. We're going to bring these teams right back down topside. They're going to shed some of that access water weight here for a reduel. This is where it really gets fun, the energy, folks. Crazy, excited. Let's bring them right back up topside here in lane number 1. In 1 second, as we join us, 1 second for a commercial. All right, we had to let the anticipation build as we're going right back into that crazy duel, guys. 2 false starts. Let's bring them up and see how it unfolds here again. Amneris, Santiago, and Killian back up in lane number 1 from Green Mountain DockDogs, the Dutch Shepherd. Getting a mark on the bumper there. Lane number 2 coming up topside here, Justin and Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph making their way up. Wreck-It Ralph, the 4-year-old out of Chalk River, Ontario. Seeing if they're going to be conservative this go-around. A double false start on the last round. Both teams so fired up to find out who's going to race against Charlie. The high side's on. Here we go. Clean reaction times out of both teams on that one. Killian with the whole shot. We're digging. Go, go, go. Wreck-It Ralph, Justin and Wreck-It Ralph, a .455 reaction. Swim time, 7.532. And in lane number 1, Amneris, Killian with a reaction time of .436 and a swim time of 6.767. Wow, look at the replay here, folks. Class 2 finals. I got people coming out of their seats here in the stands, folks. 5 Flag Center. They are going crazy here. for this next duel. Class 2 finals. In lane number 1, coming up topside here. Everybody loves Charlie, Gretchen, Hawker, and Charlie. And in lane number 2 for the marbles right here, coming up, lane 1, lane 2, Amneris, Santiago, and Killian. Lane 1, Charlie, Killian, lane 2. It's down to the nitty-gritty, folks. Class 2 finals. Who is going to be our 2025 World Championship here at the Five Flags Center? We should have Amneris and Killian to the top of the dock, please. Gretchen, if you'd like to reload, we can go ahead and do that. If you'd like to come down, we can reload. Totally up to you. We'll leave that on your decision. As we're going to rebuttal this one, guys. We're going to make sure we do this right here for the marbles, guys. There we go. She's going to reload up for another splash on the bumper. Run hard, jump far, swim fast. The 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships. Folks, moments away from finding out. Dutch Shepherd, lane 2 out of Green Mountain DockDogs, Amneris, Killian. And in lane number 1, Gretchen, Hawker, and Charlie. Here it is, guys, for the marbles. 2025 Dueling Dogs World Championships, Class 2. We're in the box. The lights are on. Energy is intense here at the Five Flags Center. A false start in lane number 2 for him, Nearest and Killian. Your 2025 Dueling Dogs Class 2 World Champion, Gretchen, Hawker, and Charlie. False start in lane number 1, Amneris, Killian, .032. Gretchen, Hawker, Charlie, reaction time, .135. Swim time for the win, 5.896 for Charlie. Let's send it down to my good friend Tim and this amazing K9 Charlie for an interview.
Gretchen Hawker. Charlie, hey buddy. Oh, isn't he cute? Gretchen, I remember meeting you for the first time at the Charlotte Fair. You've never done it. She shows up with a chihuahua with one eye and says, I want to try this thing called Dueling Dogs. Could you imagine that one day, and that day is today, you are the Class 2 World Champion? How incredible is that?
Freaking out!
Gretchen, you're in your rookie year of DockDogs and Dueling Dogs. Indian Creek, one of your home docks here in North Carolina. We call the home dock ourselves. Could you walk us through your strategy here in finals? What was your plan going through this finals?
Have fun. That's about it. I mean,
let's turn around and look at the screen here. Take a look at that duel. And look how big of a jump Charlie jumped. Charlie's such an amazing dog. How proud are you of him?
Amazing. He loves this. You know, it's not me, it's him. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, cheering for me.
And one last question for you. With the prize purse, you get a bunch of Dueling Dog credits. What are you doing next year?
I'm going to Disney World.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the trophy of our Class 2 World Champion, Gretchen Hawker, Charlie Team Goober. As the crowd goes wild, we'll be back with you in just a minute with a word from our sponsors.
All right, and back to the action here. Ladies and gentlemen, our Class 1 finals. These are the elite canines of our Dueling Dogs competition. The fastest, the quickest swimmers in the sport right here. So many rounds of qualifying duels have led up to this, guys. 3 days, 6 rounds of qualifying duels to find out these teams right here, the top 16 dogs of the entire weekend, are coming at you guys right now. We're going to crown our fastest #1 champion here at the 2025 Dueling Dogs Championships. Let's get it rolling. Coming up in lane number 1, Erica Nestor and Stradali. Your defending champion of Class 1 Dueling Dog Finals, Erica Nestor and Stradali. Out of Overland Park, Kansas, the Whippet, 3-year-old here in lane number 2. We're going to bring up Momi Ford out of Bloomington, Indiana, and Flex It. Four-and-a-half-year-old Whippet, the battle of the Whippets, folks. A lot of teams probably wondering at home, the dogs that are elite in this competition, aquatic canine competition, jumping. The Whippets, they're insane. They're crazy, agile, fast, lean. They can get it all done and quick. They hold a lot of the world records here for our competition. Stradali, lane number 1, lane 2, Flex It. There's the high side. Flex It looking over the whole time. Stradali making it nothing to get that bumper down. Erica Nestor and Stradali with a .220. Reaction time, Momi Ford and Flex It with a .046 out of the box. Nice reaction time for Momi. And a swim time for Flex It, 5.883. Your winner, though, Erica Nestor and Stradali with a 4.226.
Had a great year. Stradali's a young dog, so he's coming into his own. He's learning the games better, and he had a really great year this year. We are doing Dueling Dogs. He made the Dueling Dogs finals. In Class 1, we're also doing Iron Dog Tier 1, Big Air Tier 1, and Speed Retrieve Tier 1. I think it's the community that makes it the best. The friends that I've made, the people that I've met, the places I've traveled. This dog has taken me all over, and it's an amazing community out there.
All right, back to the action here at the Five Flags Center. Class 1 finals. Let's bring up in lane number 1 your 8th seed, Charlotte Blake and Fiesta. Fiesta coming out of Thompson Station, Tennessee. Just about 6 years old. This is a mixed breed right here. We call them whippersnappers, half Whippet, half Malinois. Lane number 2 coming up, Michaela Brinkman. One of our top-notch youth handlers right here. Michaela Brinkman out of Gaines, Michigan, in Oath. 3.5-year-old mixed breed as well. We have 3 generations of Brinkmans here in our Class 1 finals. That's a staple here at the Dueling Dogs competition. Both teams are ready. There's the high side. Fiesta out in front here, but unfortunately a false start for Charlotte Blake and Fiesta by a .153. Michaela Brinkman and Oath. Reaction time, .037 out of the box. Swim time, 4.847 for Oath. Wow. Replay on this one. You can see Charlotte just popping out a little too quick there for Fiesta. Michaela able to hang on tight there. What an incredible reaction time, incredible swim time for both teams. Your team moving on, Michaela, Brinkman, and Oath. Your Class 1 finals, folks. These are the most elite teams here in Dueling Dogs. Let's move down to our next pup. Laurel Binky and Sounders coming up here in lane number 1. Your former DockDogs Big Air World Champion right here. And a Hall of Famer right here in lane number 1. Hall of Famer Laurel Binky and former world record holder Sounders out of Rochester, Washington. 10-year-old Whippet coming up in lane number 2. Katie out of Iowa City, Iowa. And Juice, the 9-year-old mixed breed. Here we go, we're yellow. Green, we're off. Sounders, huge jump into the pool, massive hole shot. Wow, though, lane number 2 was really digging hard to try to catch up. Reaction time in lane number 1, Laurel and Sounders with a .256. Katie and Juice with a .382. Swim time for Juice, 6.565. Lane 1, your winner, Laurel Binky and Sounders with a 5.662. And in lane number 1, coming up topside here for Class 1 finals, Brianna Bartlett and Cinder, the Whippet. Cinder coming up here, 6-year-old Whippet out of Kearney, Missouri. And in lane number 2, Mark Paco out of Longmont, Colorado. And Iyer, the 2.5-year-old Dutch Shepherd. Wow, the Dutch Shepherd versus the Whippet here. Who's going to take it home in this duel? It's either going to be Cinder or Iyer. They're clearing their leads. Focused on lane number 1, checking the paws of the K9, making sure we are in that 3-foot starting box. Just in front of the 23-foot line. As the lights are hot, we're jumping around up there getting crazy. Oh, we are off right there. Wow. False start, Mark Paco and Iyer in lane number 2 with a .321. Fastest reaction time of the dueling competition this far. Brianna and Cinder, reaction time, .004. Swim time, Cinder coming in 5.557. Look at the replay here, holding on for dear life here in the starting box. Both dogs were fired up, itching to get out of that box and get after the bumper. Both teams trying so hard to hold on. Unfortunately, a false start on lane number 2 and a wicked smoking hot reaction time on lane number 1. All right. We're going to move into lane number 2. Lane number one, Rachel Brinkman in Vortex out of Gaines, Michigan. 7.5-year-old Whippet. And in lane number 2, coming at you guys top side here, Colin Larson out of Williston, North Dakota. Sadie's, the Dutch Shepherd. Both teams getting ready, getting fired up. Our Class 1 finals, folks. These are the fastest elite dogs of our Dueling Dogs competition. 6 qualifying duels over 3 days of competition to get down to this point. Whoa, huge jump right there out of lane number 1. Wow. Vortex, easy bod. Vortex right there, reaction time, .172 for Rachel Brinkman in Vortex. Colin Larson and Sadie's with a reaction time of .372. Swim time, your winner, Rachel Brinkman in Vortex with a 5.278. Colin, Sadie's, 5.353. Your team moving on, going to be Rachel Brinkman in Vortex. We're moving on to our next team here in Class 1 Finals. In lane number 1, the wheelman Taylor. It's Jeff Wheeler, Team Splash Happy, and Lita Ford. And in lane number 2, Dev Feller and Coach East. Lita Ford, lane number 1, lane 2, Coach East, Deb. Coach East, what a good dog right there. Coming back to mama, said, I don't want that bumper. I'm going to make sure my mama's all right. Coach East, how about it? Lita Ford in lane number 1, MC's Coach East in lane number 2. This is going to be a crazy duel right here, folks. Failure to launch in lane number 2. Failure to launch in lane 2. Lita Ford, Jeff Wheeler tugging the bumper down. Your winner, lane 2, Jeff Wheeler and Lita Ford. Reaction time for Lita, 5:07. Swim time, Lita, 5.727. Lita being a good sport there and says, Coach East, I'll come with you. Let's get it together. Your winner on that one, Jeff Wheeler, Lita Ford. Reaction time, Dev Feller and Coach East, going to be a .669. Swim time, 19.954. All right, moving on to our next duel. Coming at you guys, Patty Yipya and Allison in lane number 1. Right here, Allison coming at you guys out of Versailles, Missouri. Australian cattle dog here in lane 1. We're moving on to lane number 2, Connie out of Columbiaville, Michigan in Vigor. Patty, a longtime competitor, also in lane 2, a longtime competitor, Connie. Allison versus Vigor. Whoa, lane 2, pushing out hard there in Class 1 Finals. Reaction time, lane number 1, Patty and Allison with a .203. Swim time, 5.613. Lane 2, Connie and Vigor coming in with a .254 reaction time. Swim time going to be a 5.290. Nice run right there by Connie and Vigor, taking the lead. Your winner, lane 2. Moving on, Connie and Vigor. Moving on to our next duel here, Class 1 Finals. Going to be lane number 1. Olivia Juden Supersonic. And in lane number 2, Tom Dropic and Rambo. Olivia Jute out of Salina, Ohio. Supersonic, the 6-year-old Whippet, up against Tommy Two-Tone, Tom Dropic out of New Prague, Minnesota, and Rambo, the Great Bambino. The Whippet versus the Black Lab here in Dueling Dogs. Team still, lane 2. Olivia and Sonic, lane number 1. The high side's been given. Lights are hot. Sonic with the whole shot on the lights here. Reaction time in lane number 1, Olivia on Supersonic, .351. Swim time, Sonic, 4.679. Tom Dropic and Rambo with a reaction time of .202. Swim time, 5.743. Your winner, moving on, Supersonic. Moving into our next duel right now in lane number 1, Class 1 Finals. quarterfinal. Let's bring up Erica and Shradali, lane number 1. And in lane number 2, coming right on the dock, going to be Michaela Brinkman and Oath. Wow, folks, this duel right here, get your phones out, be paying attention at home, get up out of your seats, off your couch. It's going down right here at the Five Flags Center, Class 1. Shradali, lane 1. Oath, lane 2. There's the high side. It's red. Unfortunately, here in Dueling Dogs Class 1 Finals, both teams will be eliminated. Double false start. Lane number 1, false start by Shradali, a .036. False start by Oath, .200. Let's move down to our next duel. In lane number 1, Laurel Binky and Sounders. Here in Dueling Dogs, our quarterfinals, if teams false start, they are eliminated. If both teams false start, they are eliminated. Once we get down to our semifinal and final round, if they false start, they get a rerun. That's how the cookie crumbles here for bracket racing in Dueling Dogs. Laurel Binky, Sounders coming up in lane number 1. Lane 2 going to be Brianna and Cinder. Class 1 finals, lane 1, Sounders. Here comes Cinder, battle of the Whippets. This is going to be a good one, folks. Feeling the energy rise here in the Five Flags Center. Unbelievable race getting ready to happen. History in the making. Lane number 1 versus lane 2. Sounders lane 1, Cinder lane 2. The splash has been given. Juan on the dock checking to see if we are ready to roll. He's in charge. There's the mark. Here we go. False start in lane number 1, Laurel Binky and Sounders by .041. Lane 2, Brianna Barlett and Cinder with a reaction time of .122. Swim time 5.025 for Cinder. Your team moving on, Cinder. Here's a replay on this one. Look at these two whippets hitting the water. Wow, big thrust forward on lane number 1, shaking of the head for Cinder. Unfortunately, with a false start, we can't do much out of the box. All right, coming up in lane number 1, going to be Rachel Brinkman and Vortex, lane 1. Lane 2, Jeff Wheeler and Lita Ford. Here comes Vortex making their way up. The Brinkmans, Vortex, 7.5-year-old whippet out of Gaines, Michigan. And in lane number 2, Jeff Wheeler, Lita Ford, Class 1 Finals. This team had a personal best speed retrieve run of 4.9. Getting them backstage up in the starting box, Lita, lane 2. Vortex in lane number 1. The high side, we're hot. Clean reactions, Lita with a huge jump into the pool. Oh, wow, Lita gave it everything she had on that one. Reaction time, Rachel and Vortex, a .186. Reaction, Jeff Wheeler and Lita Ford with a .225. Swim time, your winner, Rachel and Vortex with a .791. Lita Ford, a 5.109. Moving right along here, Class 1, Dueling Dog Finals. This is quarterfinals. Connie and Vigor, you're going to be in lane number 1. Lane 2, going to be Olivia and Super Sonic. Wow, check this duel out. Vigor, super fast dog, super quick out of the box as they're making their way forth to get a splash on the bumper here at the end of the pool. And lane number 2 making their way up, Supersonic. Olivia Jute here in our finals. This is going to be a really good race here. Quarterfinals. Team winning here are going to be facing Rachel and Vortex. Clean reaction time out of both teams. Sonic pushing hard towards the end of the pool there. Reaction time, Connie Vigor coming in .144, swim time 6.032. Year winner moving on, Olivia Jute and Supersonic with a reaction time of .173. Swim time 4.710. Class 1 finals, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. We are in our semi-final rounds. Brianna and Cinder automatically move on to the final round. And down to 2 here in semifinals. Rachel and Vortex, lane number 1. Lane number 2, Olivia Jute and Supersonic. Here comes lane number 1, Rachel Brinkman. Vortex. Ooh, he says, come on, mama. That means he's fired up and ready to go. He said, come on, I'm back to the box. I know what I'm doing here. Olivia Jute and Supersonic here in lane number 2. Both teams getting ready to rock and roll. 2 whippets here. There's the high side. Oh! Unbelievable. The reaction time, the difference here. Olivia Jute, Supersonic with a .136 swim time, 5.008 for Sonic. Rachel Brinkman and Vortex, reaction time, .035 out of the box. Swim time, 4.863 for Vortex. The replay on that, look at him hitting the water hard, skipping across. And you can see the tug. Vortex really able to push up on that last dig there to get the bumper. Look at the reaction from the handlers on the dock. You love it. Huge hug coming out of them. Both teams happy about the whole situation. What a great run. We are down to our finals, folks. 6 qualifying rounds over 3 days. We've got it down to 2 dogs. Well, let's bring up in lane number 1, Brianna and Cinder, lane number 1, right here out of Kearney, Missouri, and Cinder, the 6-year-old whippet. Pulling them back to the starting box. Another whippet coming up here in lane number 2, Rachel Brinkman and Vortex. This is for the marbles, guys. This is for the number 1 2025 Dueling Dog World Champion. Moments away from crowning your most elite Dueling Dog canines. Let's make some noise. Juan wants it. High side, here we go. We are crowning a champion, 2025 Dueling Dogs, Duel USA. We are off. False start in lane number 2, eliminating that team. False start by .085 for Rachel Brinkman and Vortex. Making your 2025 Class 1 Dueling Dog World Champion, Brianna Barlett and Cinder. Reaction time .127, swim time 4.833. Give it up for Cinder. Dueling Dogs World Championships history in the making as our team is making their way down towards the center floor to be crowned a champion, to achieve the cup, the Dueling Dogs World Championship Cup. Brianna Barlett and Cinder. Shooting down for an interview on the floor with Tim Lake with our winner.
Brianna, congratulations. You are the Dueling Dogs World Champion. So if I got some inside information, I heard that you qualified. Now this is a rent-a-dog, so you got to run Cinder. I believe you qualified at Oklahoma Thunder?
Yes.
Okay, Oklahoma Thunder, one of our sanctioned facilities, and you got to run Cinder just for fun, right?
Yeah.
So talk me through it. So you go through all the qualifiers, and what's your strategy through the 6 rounds of qualifier to get here where you are now?
Oh gosh, he ran like a 4.8. That's our first sub 5 time for the first qualifier, so we just scratched him. We said that's good enough. And
so save him. Get that run, save him, and then see what you got left in the tank. Absolutely awesome. So looking at that run, what an amazing job for Cinder. And it must be really, really awesome to now have your name on the coveted Dueling Dogs trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Dueling Dogs World Champion, Brianna and Cinder.
oh my god, okay.
She's like, do I take this? I'm like, yeah, it's yours. What? Brianna, congratulations. And do you have any words for your fans at home watching?
Thank you, Erica, for letting me run your boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 World Champion, Brianna and Cinder. Thank you guys so much. We're going to send it back up to the booth, the native broadcast booth, to close it out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live stream.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of our 2025 Dueling Dog World Championships here at the Five Flags Center 2025. I'm Thomas Platts, and that's Timothy Lake. We'll see you guys on the dock.
Congratulations. Colin Larson, if